Hello everyone and welcome back to another portfolio update. In this month's update, I'm sitting at $216,481 inside of my Wealthsimple account. And this month I received $482 worth of dividends. And if we take a look in passive here, that $482 worth of dividends came from these four funds: VDY $120, SBLT $51, TSX $152, and ESPX $159. So pretty good month on dividends there. So if I look into my budgeting, I contributed since the last update. So I did another $750 contribution at the end of January since the last update, and then $750 so far this month. So that was all put into my FHSA inside of VEQT, which is my FHSA is now getting very close to half full. I think it's around 3,700. So I've got 3,000 that I've contributed, and then I extracted over $700 worth of dividends from my non-registered account and just threw them into my FHSA. So that is more than halfway, or sorry, just about halfway complete. And I'm expecting that I'll be able to max it next week. Well, I will be able to max it next week. I'm going to be receiving my bonus. My goal is to invest about $9,000 this month. I'm ahead of schedule with the 2250 with the 3 pay periods in January. So maybe I'll do 8250 or I'll just do 9,000. I haven't decided yet, but I'll make that contribution. I'll be able to max out my FHSA for 2025, and I'll have some left over to start contributing to my TFSA. So yeah, as far as just updates in general, so if you guys have been following my YouTube shorts, you would have seen the US inflation numbers came in hotter than expected at 3%. We've had back-to-back months of rising inflation in the US, so gold has just been rallying quite well based on this news. You know, gold's an inflation hedge, so buy gold when you think inflation is going to go up. And yeah, I am sitting at a 42% gain with CGL, my iShares Gold Bullion ETF, which is hedged to Canadian dollars, by the way. So the fluctuations in the US dollar relative to the Canadian dollar have no effect on this fund, whereas they will on obviously VFV and VOO, but not on CGL. ESPX is hedged too, so I do have a couple of hedged positions. So I do have the ESPX one and then the CGL that are both Canadian dollar hedged. So yeah, it's been rallying excellently. And then one other thing I want to point out was SBLT just continues to go up. I'm sitting at over 5% gain right now, and then I'm extracting excellent dividends from it, like you could see here. $51 every month from SBLT since I made the switch. So if you guys haven't seen my video on cash versus SBLT, highly recommend you guys check that out, because I'm really glad I made this decision to switch to SBLT. Like if I was doing cash, I'd be essentially losing out to inflation. So I'm really happy with this decision to switch my emergency fund from cash to SBLT. The only other update I have in terms of in my registered pension plan here, RPP, I did just make the switch to just go 100% into the TD Emerald US Equity Index Fund, which is essentially the S&P 500. Well, I think it literally is the S&P 500, tracking the S&P 500. So just going for maximum growth, honestly. I did have a bit of exposure to Canada. I had like a 70-30 split between the US and Canada, but then I was thinking it over, and I just want to stay focused on maximum growth inside of my registered pension plan. And it's the same thing with my RSP, honestly. So my RSP is highly, like it's pretty much all, if I go into Wealthsimple here, we can see it. So if I go in here, so I have a large amount in VFV, and a large amount in VOO, so like over $10,000 US in VOO, and then I have some VDY, VE, and VIU, but not a lot, to be honest. So last year I did the Norbert's Gambit. So what I did is I took my Canadian dollars, I put them inside of a Quest Trade non-registered account, and then I did Norbert's Gambit, switching it to US dollars, extracted those US dollars into my Tangerine USD savings account, and then put it into my Wealthsimple account here. I bought VOO, so that was done for free. But I'm not gonna make the switch for VFV inside of my RSP and Wealthsimple, just because the conversion fees. So with Norbert's Gambit, I'm able to avoid the conversion fees in buying VOO, and I'll be doing the same this year. In fact, I actually put a little entry here, so you can see on the left here a little hidden field, little sneaky hidden field here for DLR. So I'll be buying a bunch of DLR. I probably have to buy around $10,000 worth inside of Questrade. Bring that up, and then just prepare that contribution for the RSP. I just want to lump sum it in one go. No point doing it in multiple. You just incur more fees doing that. So just do it all in one go. Buying DLR, switching it to DLR.U, getting that US dollars, putting it in Wealthsimple, and doing that lump sum contribution from RSP. So yeah, just needless to say, I'm just with my retirement accounts, so like my registered pension plan and then my RSP, I'm really just focused on long-term growth. So VOO and S&P 500 are really the play there. So that's my decision really, why I switched out of there. And inside of my ESP, I have obviously Bell shares here, company I work for, and the dividend is almost at 12%. The stock has just been getting killed. I'm down about 35% on my position, but I'm not going to be selling it anytime soon because it's at such a massive loss. I feel like the fair value of it could definitely go up very, very relatively soon. So hopefully there's a bit of recovery there. I hope at least. But everything in the portfolio has been doing great though. Like honestly, we have seen a little bit of a dip recently, so this is a good time to buy. I think if looking at the graph here, I think VIU is actually doing very good so far in 2025. So the all cap except North America, and then you can see VFV, a little bit of a buying opportunity. You can see here definitely from the Canadian market with VDY. So in my TFSA, I'll definitely be taking advantage of some of those discounts once I'm done buying the EQT inside the FHSA. So that's about it for this update, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.